spell isn't ready yet.
Here there. Be good. Talk to me. Watch your back.
Not enough mana. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. It's too far away. That's still recharging. My mana is low.
Yeah!
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Open for business. Be careful.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend. King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Light be with you. Safe travels. Greetings. Light bless you. You need something? Go with honor, friend.
What can I do for you? For the Alliance.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I don't have a target. That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet. Inventory is full.
You need something? See you later. Good day to you. See you around.
The sands. The first time they're actually heading out to a patrol. Well, maybe not the first time. Definitely not the first time for some of them at the very least. But the first time we head out with any semblance of confidence, any semblance that we can make this work. Anytime we've ever gone out before and fought dust bandits, it's just been a irreversible stomp. The fact that we've lived has always been a gift, a little bit of luck. But now we have the gear, we have the experience, and we have the know-how, I guess, to put up a true fight. One that we hopefully will win, even if just barely. But we have to try, and we have to patrol. In one area we know specifically that tends to have a lot of bandits, whether they be starving or they be dust, is the hub. The hub seems to be a central point where a lot of bandits end up showing up. So that's where we're going to wander, and we're going to patrol out that way. And should things go poorly for us and that we find nothing, we can continue to head out towards the water. Down here, there's typically a few bandit camps, and near the Dust King Tower, I'm assuming we'd find plenty to fight. If we only find one group, then we're in a lot better condition, a much better circumstance. But if we ever come across a group of, say, 5, 4, maybe even 3 dust bandits, groups of them, not just 5 or 4, then we're in a lot of trouble. Those are the ones that I need to avoid and be wary of, the ones that tend to camp out together. One of the ones that I do very, very, very much remember is this little gulch here next to the hub. It's there that there were a lot of dust bandits parked across that little ditch, which would be, I think, on this side here, because this is where I would mine. There was at least 2 or 3 camps of bandits out that way. And if they end up still being there, then we won't engage them. But if we get lucky, just lucky enough, that there's 1 camp, maybe 2, then it might be worth it for us to try and engage. Especially if they're going to attack us first. But we got to make sure the weather is in our favor. There doesn't seem to be any weather penalties at the current moment at the very least. We definitely have some negatives with our armor. Why we have -6 when we only have 2 -1s, I'm not entirely sure. It's probably this armor here, giving us some penalties, yeah. Yeah, I think it's these. But here we are, on the outskirts. I don't know why we're out here. Ooh, we got some... just a couple of nomads wandering on their own. Not particularly too concerned with us, as they hopefully shouldn't be. And here we are. This brings back waves of memories and nostalgia for Rusthilt, though. No question about that. It's here where he got his start. It's here where his grieving began and ended. It's here where he met Ruka and brought her back. And they mined tirelessly for days, just to have a little bit of cats in their pockets to make themselves not as pathetic. Have a little bit of equipment, a little bit of a start. We truly did start from nothing. No bandits, though. They've moved on or have been routed completely. Let's swing up towards the rebel base. We know out that way there can be a little bit of a bar. It looks like we've got a storm yeah, there is a storm happening. Maybe we'll go to the exile camp, and which is this bar, and just hold out on the inside. For a little while, anyway. Or maybe we'll get a good look of our surroundings beforehand, if we're lucky. Maybe there'll be some dust bandits not too far away. The dust bandits themselves are a minor inconvenience. They're not the end goal, not right now. While we'd like to rout the dust bandits completely from the Borderlands, which is, you know, a promising goal.
Hello.
We still have to make a name for ourselves, and taking out starving bandits doesn't really mean anything. People take out starving bandits almost daily. That's not a concern. However, and by the way, we need some toothpicks here for our boy. However, if there are going to be people who would like to know our name, if we want to start spreading our name through the Borderlands, making an indent, or making any dent on the Dust Bandits is going to be recognizable. The Shek don't particularly care about the Dust Bandits because they only care about themselves, and the Dust Bandits don't usually attack the Shek knowing that they will die. The hub is guarded by some of the most fearsome ninjas and shinobi thieves this side of the world. Anytime they attack there, they end up getting decimated one way or another. So they've been mostly ignored. The people who live in the Borderlands, who are not part of the Shek or any other higher organization, are left to suffer at their hand. So we're going to be the ones to rescue them. That's the plan anyway. To fully and completely remove them is the end goal, as I spoke. But, if we can at least take out a camp here or there, maybe there'll be those NPCs out there who will begin to hear of our name. Or at least hear that there's a group of wandering folk who seem to make their home in Shek, or at least a Shek kingdom, Squin. That then, and only then, will they maybe seek us out. It isn't a bad hope anyway. Alright, let's wait out the storm a bit. Let's see if it ends up going away by nightfall or so. And then if we can move on from there. I'd rather not fight in a dust storm.
Hey there.
Looks like the weather's dying down. I left Kang outside, and you can kind of tell because he had his arm over his eyes, and once that ends, the storm is basically negligible. So I think we're going to swing out this way. Move out into the wilds, see if we come across any bandits along the way. Ideally, like I said, we'll find a few. And out this way is the mountain ranges. Dust bandits tend to set up some choke points around here where they try and gouge people for money and murder those who refuse. And with our own luck, we'll come across maybe one or two. We just have to be careful because in these mountain areas, The danger lies in secret camps that you can't see around the corner. So our best bet is going to keep nice and zoomed in on the map and see if we recognize any camps popping up. Though they only stay on the map long enough for us while we're seeing them. We really should just keep an eye out. And again, this water area here, there should be quite a few, there's potential for a few Dust Bandit camps to pop up. We've seen them there before, and we know that we can at least scout the area to see if we come across any. We're going to keep moving. But as the sun falls, it's also going to provide us a bit of cover in nightfall. We can stealth if needed. And we really should be stealthing anyway. I don't think anybody here is amazing at stealth. That's terrible. Alright, well, let's just keep moving. Here's some water. Let's be careful. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, okay. We have some camps. 2, maybe 3? Where is everybody? Alright, here they come. Let's zoom along. Okay, stop. Let's zoom in. It looks like 2 camps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16, 17. 17 of them. Is this something we can... Ooh, look at that beautiful little pink. I wonder if we can pull them. Gather their attention with our fastest member, which I believe will be Rusthilt. And see if we can pull them back into a trap.
I can't use that item yet.
One that we have set. This is not the size of camp I was hoping for. I wanted one a little smaller than this, but... For now...
You need something?
I will take Rusthilt and see if I can get him to pull 1 or 2. I imagine they'll not be too happy to see me. We'll see.
I supply only
Hello?
the finest goods. Safe travels.
Hello. Yep. Here we go. Her, this is too easy. Hey, pissants! Oh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them pulled. This is good. Whoa, 5. We could still probably take them, though. Let's start moving them. Oh, God, no. No sneaking, no passive.
See you around.
No, why are you all not moving? In. Let's go. Stone, I need you over here. You're separate. Oh, here they all freaking come. Oh, no. Well, let's see how this ends up going. Rusthilt, back the hell up. I don't want them grouped up to a point where they can all get smacked. Here we go. Rusthilt, Stone is in a bad spot. I'm gonna pull him across. He's very, very fast. We'll take pot shots. Wow, Rusthilt went down so incredibly quickly.
You need something?
Stone popping shots here and there, but he's gonna have to fight melee, I think. Kang getting involved. Attacking one of the other Shek. He's actually quite hurt as well. Ruka's not doing so hot. Stone is doing his best, but he's not gonna do great. Silvershade went down like a sack of wet potatoes, unfortunately. However, we're far enough from their camp where if they win this fight,
See you
we
later.
may be able to make this work in a way that is... Let's pull Ruka away here. There's a lot of bodies between us and the crossbow folk. But if we can get them to put in between us and them, I'm hoping the crossbow people will do more work for us than they realize. Strategic placement. It's no surprise that Ruka and Kang survived. Stone, I'm more surprised that's still kicking. Let's pull Stone away if we can. And let's see if we can pop shots every so often. And just come... Oh, never mind. Down he goes. Did Russell just eat dried meat? Kang, I want to reposition here. Ruka, I also would like to reposition a little further back.
Need something?
Yep, see, you just got pegged by one. Kang is doing okay, though he's probably going to drop soon. If he could take out one more, that would be ideal. How about I have him swing up here? And I have him fight these guys, so they can't take shots anymore. Meanwhile, Ruka's still taking these on, 2v1. She's not, I don't think she's going to win.
See you around.
But I think she has a shot at least knocking down one or two of them. Kang just dropped. It's all Ruka by herself again, surprising absolutely nobody. She even outlasted Kang, which surprises me actually. Let's pull her back a bit. Again, putting bodies between, with hopes of being able to do some damage here. And those who are, ooh, another one down. Wow, she's holding her own. There she goes. Her stomach goes down. And there's nothing more. I don't even want it, but I'm going to take a whole lot. I don't think there's much for them to take, but we'll speed along. They took all the food, I believe. And off they go. Where are they going? They are patrolling away. Rustilt is dying. Unconscious, 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 in critical condition. Pause it. Can Silvershade heal himself? Silvershade sneak? You're actually unconscious. Everybody's unconscious. Stone is up. Sneak, Stone. And I need you to immediately come over here and trade. Ruka's up as well. Trade. I need you to take a few of these. And I need you to immediately get to Rustilt as he's dying. No, no. Stone is down. Okay, we'll have to get Kang over here. Or Ruka. Trade. Oh, shit. Stay down. Trade. You need to pay attention to Rustilt right now. He's dying. Okay, he's in critical condition. Ruka, come over. We'll slow things down here in a minute. I want you to medic up as many people as you can. Ruka, do you have any meds? You do not. Okay, recovery coma. Whew. Well, that didn't go well, but it could have gone worse. There are still those that are wandering around and alive. Tech hunters are around here, actually. How interesting. There's a tech hunter over here. They're patrolling. Bizarre. Okay, well, let's slow things down. Let's pick up him and pick up him. And swing out here. We'll move along. We'll leave Stone unconscious on the ground over here. He'll survive. For now, there's beds for us we can use, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. Ooh, I think Rustilt's up. Yep, he is. Nope, he's not. Come pick him up. Ruka, put in bed, please. Put in bed, please. Stand here. Wait. Stone, he's fine. Let's go and grab him. We at the very least... Oh, no. Put down. Fight. At the very least... Oh, this is the Dust Boss. Oh, no. Okay. Ruka saw the silhouette. Saw his friend go down. Oh, he's running. He doesn't want to engage, it looks like, but I'm going to try and drag him back towards the tech hunter. Alright, Ruka, just go in. Avenge him. She saw... Oh my god, you serious? Are you serious? Recovery coma, recovery coma. And he plans on relaxing? I guess? Rustilt's going to be out for a while. Silvershade as well. I'm curious what he's going to do. He's gonna sit by the fire while a tech hunter just patrols. I'm so upset they went down like fucking punks. They went down so fast. They were wounded, I'm not surprised, but they couldn't even take on the one Dust Bandit boss, who's in critical condition and his head is bleeding out. He can't even see straight, he's been wounded so badly. And yet here we are. What did it say? Heroes no burn? What the fuck did she say? Horn or until my last breath I fight. Horn or no horn. That's not what I read, but that's fine. Kang is up. Kang is up. Good God. Stone is still down. Silvershade is in recovery coma. And he just sits there bleeding slowly. I think they can take him. Genuinely, I do. 2v1 should be the way to go. Taking out this boss would potentially eliminate the camp entirely. So let's pull Ruka back, and then we'll swing him in. Down, down hits, good hits. Wow, he's still up. Down he goes. I don't know what he did. I guess he bandaged me? Don't. Come on, Ruka. Do better. Be better. You have an attack of 23. That's with -4. No, you have a 28. That's with -2. He has a 23 with -4. You have better defense, and yet you're still losing. Horribly. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Ruka, time to move back. The boss is still around, which I did not realize. He's up even though his stomach is bleeding out. Same with him. I want to fight a way where if we do get taken down, we can do something about it. And we can heal up, hopefully. Good. Good hits. You're surrounding yourself, though. Another good hit. Back up. There's a bowman over there. Out, out. Still out. Swing back in. Pull away. Put some space between you, the bowman. Put some bodies between them. 2 down in 1 swing. Was one of them the Dust Bandit boss? Dust Bandit, no. Is that the boss attacking? No. Come on. Just in the chest. Good block. Good block. Swing in, finish him off. He's unarmed. His martial arts is 1. Practice. Take this opportunity to clean him up. Don't let him You got punched. You got punched. You actually got punched and went down. Huh? Did we kill him? No, you didn't. But you're gonna limp away like we had. Because we freaking should have. And he's leaving. The tech hunter went running off. They're bandaging us. I appreciate that we have a tech hunter who, I assume, saw us take out this camp and decided to keep it safe, but doesn't want to actually fight against the the dust bandits for some bizarre reason. So we sit here waiting. There's Kang. Good.
See you around.
He's up. This is the Dust Bandit boss. Absolutely take his weapon and his helmet. Take it all. No armor for the boss. He's gonna go down first and foremost without question. How Stone is still unconscious is beyond me. Ruka, go finish him. Do not let him get away. Kill him if you have to. Just beat him while he crawls around. Take his freaking weapon. Pick up Stone, bring him back. Ah, they're up. Well. Except for Stone. No, he's up. Well. How weird and interesting all of that turned out. Now, I'd like to heal, so I'm going to steal this camp for what it's worth and let them rest. The rest of the Dust Bandits are around. They left. I don't know where they went. They're now hostile towards me, which is not surprising whatsoever. But still, we got some dried meat over here as well. But still, they could return, and I kind of hope that they do return, because we could finish them off. As long as we have time to heal, we actually did make out fine in that fight, all things considered, compared to how outnumbered we were. Also, all of our toughnesses are going to go way up, which is nice, as well as our dexterity for everybody as well. I'd like to have fought a little bit more there. But them leaving before we could clean them all up, it's a bit of a high ask. We're not going to be able to chase them, basically. And I don't want to. Ooh, what do we have here? Goats! Well, unfortunately for us, we don't really want to be taking on a herd of goats right now. As much as we could fight them, I think we would end up losing. Though maybe not. Having some food to cook up would be a good thing. Everybody's blood is back up, and we are slowly healing, so why don't we get up? And why don't we engage in this fight? Let's get some food. Let's hunt. Good. Get involved. Uh-oh. Oh, he's medicing. This guy is great, man. He just medics immediately for us. I don't want you ranged anymore, Stone. Just get in there with some melee. You're gonna be hitting friends and family on that one. And down goes Silver Shade. Sort of. Get out of there. First aid yourself. Down goes Stone. Yeah, we're actually gonna end up losing this, I think. Unfortunate. Rustilt's the only one that's still standing. Meanwhile, everybody else is freaking unconscious because they're taking hits and things that they shouldn't be taking hits in because I'm dumb. Don't first aid the goat. I want you to kill the goat. And then I want you to first aid Ruka. Good, good, good. Rustilt might make it out of here in one piece. But don't speak too soon, Mathis, because that's what happens if you do. Off they go. But, while we may have lost against goats, we did attack them while we were the most injured. So, that's our own fault. First aid yourself. Thank you. First aid yourself some more. Speed it along. Let's go ahead and put medic on so you go take care of everybody else that needs it. Looks like the tech hunter bounced. Just want everybody healing each other. Like a friendly family. Except for Rusthilt. We're taking this camp, though. Without question. There we go. Bizarre fights, but we take them when we can.
My mana is low.
Our patrol squad rests, actually taking the beds of the Dust Bandits themselves. Curious if they'll return, but content that they have the place to themselves, at least right now. If they return, hopefully we'll be ready. It still exists on the map, and ooh, look at that. Red now. They are hostile to us, surprising nobody, but they were attacking us first, so who was hostile to who? I'm just saying. But if they do return, I do wonder if we can remove this Dust Bandit camp off the map. I do wonder. There's still supposedly 12 roaming, while this holds a total of 25. Less than half remain of that initial group that was here. And we did well. We did well to fight them. The bodies are still around a little bit. He's got limb trauma. He can't move at all. His legs are destroyed. His arm is almost completely destroyed and likely is going to fall off at any moment. Everything is falling apart on him.
I need more money.
But if they do return, we may be able to clean them up. Until then, though, we'll rest and heal our wounds. I've cooked all the meat that I got off the goats, so we have that to eat as well if we ever run out of the food that we took. But for now, it's all about staying healthy and being ready for our next fight. Kang and Ruka are going to be our frontline folk, as they tend to be. Stone staying nice and ranged, ideally. And Silvershade doing the best he can. While he's not the greatest at combat, it's still good to bring his toughness up, as well as his strength. And he may not have the health on the limbs that we need, but it's still better than nothing. A body's a body, and it's never bad to be combat ready at any given opportunity. He's not truly a liability, as much as he is just somebody in training. Stone is looking much better as well. Everything's just looking up. I just hope they return. Almost on cue, we are being approached. Over the hill, we can hear footsteps, and in a little V formation, a bunch of starving bandits. Easy pickings. Let's clean them up. Why are they backing away? They are indeed backing away. I'm gonna put Stone over here. Pop a shot. Yeah. Oh, we've got more. I don't want Stone being surrounded, so we're gonna swing in over here. Maybe fire off a shot every so often. Good. Back up. Get a reload in. Wait. Turn around. Pop another shot. Turn around. Stone is just an absolute deadeye, I'm starting to realize. Granted, he's shooting them while close, but it's doing such good damage, even for such weak bolts and a weak bow. Oof. And then he gets hit in the head. Another hit. It won't be bad for him to help his melee skill anyway. He'll need it on emergency. But Rustilt and Ruka, as they've cleaned up the rest of them, come over to help clean this one up. The wounds on them actually surprisingly rough. Silvershade not so surprisingly, but the rest, certainly. Rustilt's going about doing his thing, making sure everybody's healed. But we cleaned up that group of bandits pretty easily. I was partially hoping that it was going to be the dust bandits coming over the hill there, but no such luck. We'll send them back to heal and sleep, while the starving ones lay in their own pools of blood dying. Starving bandits are starting to awaken. Looks like they're looting their own. They're looting the dead herbivore goat. Hoping for anything. Stone is talking, I guess. No, he's conscious. He's just not saying anything. You really gonna swing up here and do this? You gonna do this? You want to fight? You just fell so fast. Yeah, you retreat. You run. Yeah, they're running. Fairly so. I would as well. Oh. More starving bandits are approaching, though. This is a hell of a hotbed, huh? Hell of a hotbed for bandits of all different types. He's all messed up. They're all messed up, and here they come. You really want to do this, huh? Let's go, then. Who's the most hurt? Why don't we just leave Silvershade to heal, then? You want to swing. They saw us and immediately began to sprint. Rush in. Stone back up. Right here. Turn around. Start taking shots in. Look at how much damage we actually take. It's kind of crazy. Back up. Another shot. Back up. Micromanaging Stone seems to be the most optimal way of using his ranged abilities. And he's so fast at the reload now. And they stumble too quickly for him to do much. Back up. Oof. He got stunned there, unfortunately. Now we'll pop a shot. Oof, he missed. Back up. The others can handle themselves, but I want to see Stone continue to be quite the master shot. Now we can swing in. There we go. Down he goes. Ooh, where are they going? Ah, those that we initially massacred are getting back up. Taking wild swings and actually doing good damage to us. Down they drop. Bleeding out. No weapon for you. And Rustilt's running around in panic to heal all he can. It's not a bad thing to be holding this camp. It's actually doing us quite a few favors. Their numbers slowly are growing while they're away. Now they're 14 of 25 instead of the 12 that they were when we last looked. And I'm not quite sure why that's the case. I don't know if they're picking up dust bandits along the way or if they just slowly repopulate on their own while they're away from camp. But while it was a kick-out, knockdown, drag-out fight, we actually walked away successful. Better fighters for it, of course, but genuinely successful. We took out a camp as best we could, and we're holding it down as our own. Now, we have to wonder how long we stay here before we say goodbye. As they rest their heads and heal their wounds from the previous night's battle, the plan from there, Rustilt determines, is to stay in this camp and await the rest of the dust bandits. Surely those who escaped would return and attempt to take what was once theirs, and they'll be there to fight tooth and nail and rout them once and for all. But the sun continues to rise and to set. Their wounds heal over and become nothing but a memory. And after a while, it's determined that they truly have no intention of returning. Not only were the Dust Bandits not victorious in defending their own camp, they took such a severe beating that they were too afraid to return. The camp was theirs if they were to do anything with it. The five of them turned to each other, Silvershade nodding, the rest smiling, and victory ripples throughout all of them once again. Time to push onward and find others who would dare stand in their way.
Let's still be Trojan.
As our heroes sleep, a bit of news travels through the winds, and through the winds I mean through the game. As I booted the game up for this session, unfortunately I didn't record right away. I usually get the game running before I hit record, but as soon as I popped open the game, I got a little message that says Bandit Camp 142 has been wiped out. I believe, well, it's still there. No, there it is, Dust Bandit Camp 142. Everybody is dead. We actually succeeded. Wow. And little do they know that that's the case. They sleep waiting to see if others are going to show up. I guess that'll be their realization is once they are not approached by anybody, that they've come to the realization that they have indeed succeeded. They took out their very first Dust Bandit camp, surrounded by the corpses of those who fought before, including hungry bandits and dust bandits alike. Our heroes to get to rest, and they won. They actually won. I, as the player here, succeeded in wiping out a Dust Bandit camp. It's such a small to most insignificant victory. But we've been taking nothing but small steps throughout this whole playthrough to be something better, because that's just how the game goes. But it's those small steps that lead to greater things, and this was the first bigger step we took. Every real small step we took was just exploration in pushing our knowledge forward, to know where we are in the world and what we're surrounded by. And everything we fought was minimal, you know, one or two things at most, and even then we usually lost. But we just took on a group of well over 10 or so folk and lived. And as they rouse and come to, waking up the next day to realize that they are not surrounded by hostile enemies, they didn't wake to footsteps or screaming, and nobody tried to kill them in their sleep, they realize they've succeeded. I'm so freaking proud. But the patrol isn't over. Not yet. Not even close. We're gonna let those goats go, by the way. We have plenty of food. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have them patrol the entirety of this river, at least up to here. I'd rather not have it go much beyond the Dust Bandit Tower. I just want to know if we're gonna come across any more Dust Bandit camps, and if we do, are they something we can manage taking? There's still caution in this group. While they're definitely more aggressive, especially with Kang, there's still absolute caution in who they can take and when they can take them. However, the screams and hurried pitter-patter from behind alerts the crew that they are about to be attacked. So, it's time to prep. Move off to the side here with Stone and have the rest prepare themselves. We're gonna have him go and attack, and we're gonna have them run in. Rust Hilt. Let's just have them move here, and then, there we go, they'll have them run in. Okay, Stone has to move away already, but the others are gonna do fine. There's big, giant, sweeping swords that are happening, and Stone is just gonna be our, you know, we're gonna be micromanaging a lot of his actions. Ruka actually took quite a few hits there, but it's because she's surrounded. The others have not been hit, other than Stone because he's just poor. Oh, did he fall over? Oh, he's just stunned. And he's gonna be popping. Ooh, he's going in for the swing. Let's not have that be the case. I'd rather you reload. Okay, we'll back up. And we'll pop a shot. Bink. Okay, run around. Back on the other side. Meanwhile, as he comes back, the bloodbath that has been laid on a bear before them. Back up. Is impressive. Let's take a look at their health. Rust Hilt's actually taking quite a bit of a hit. Ruka as well, surprisingly. I don't know why. I guess it's still the equipment that he's wearing. Kang is utterly fine, and Silvershade barely taking any hits, but he's going one-on-one, which is ideal for him right now. And Stone is going to continue practicing his marksmanship. Ooh, he actually got spanked there. We're going to pull him back. Stone is actually getting kind of surrounded now. Let's pop a shot. Bink. Back up. Pop a shot. Back up. And if he wants to swing up on us like this, we'll just take a downhill shot at him.
Help you find something?
Uh-oh. Oh, back up. He's going to go back in and join the other fight. Bink. There we go. Another one. Just layered into him. Kang's going to run in. Rust Hilt now, that fight must be all but over as Ruka and Silvershade fend off as much as they can. We don't have to really watch over Stone anymore. He's going to be okay. Silvershade just doing a lot of work right now. And Ruka just burying her blade into the shoulder of this hungry bandit as they clean up the rest of the mess. And that's exactly what it is. Just the rest of the mess. To be sure not to let the rest go, they're moving in to just obliterate those that still walk and breathe. Ooh, wow, this guy is just taking a beating. And I think that's everybody. Well, we might as well back up. If anything, they're gonna be playing smart. We want people to heal up, so I want them all back here. This camp has kind of become ours. There's no way for me to claim it, unfortunately. I can't take it as mine and have it like kind of a weird camp outpost, but we can bandage and heal over here. And we can rest and eat. We've seen goats come and go, so even if we run out of food, which we're unlikely to, but even if we do run out of food, I have a feeling we're going to be fine as there are plenty of goats and whatnot that tend to wander by. Kang is fine. So Kang will actually stay awake and guard while they rest. The sun will probably set on them here. Is this the tech hunter from before? Fade. I don't know if it's the same tech hunter, but it's a tech hunter. He wears pretty much nothing, but his attack is a 51, his defense is a 58. And that's after a -4 penalty. That's crazy. Man, oh man. Wild. All right, let's speed things along, and we'll let them rest before we push on down the river. Oh, would you look at this? Kang is standing guard, and he stands confidently as Silvershade gets rushed by an injured, hungry, starving bandit. Do you think he'll last against Kang? I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not. They won't even rouse from their slumber as Kang just takes him on solo. He cherishes this. Easy pickings, but punishment for trying to take on those he's sworn to protect. The very thing he was paid to do. This hungry bandit is not going to stand a chance. He's got arrows sticking out of his body and one out of his eye, completely blind on his left side. And what does that cost him? His life. Sure, desperation is the name of the game when it comes to hungry bandits. They don't think straight. But after a beating, you'd think a little common sense would fall into their thick skulls. Unfortunately for us, that's not the case. Around the corner, more screams and pitter-patting footsteps Kang can hear. Not entirely sure what the noise is, he stands and wait. This is the way we want to go down the river. And yet, it seems that the trouble tends to come toward us. Ah, and there they are, cresting over the hill. They might not be going anywhere. We could strike them at night, or at least attempt some assassination strikes, if that's the case. But right now, they're just following the leader, which is this one right here. Her. Now, they're marching towards us slowly. They'll cross the river, likely. That'll put them squarely on our side, that they could do it over here. They'll absolutely see the campfires, but most importantly, they'll likely smell the meat before they see who holds it. Hungry bandits, if anything, have a good nose. Let's speed things up. Let's see if they make their way this way, or if they're just going to push onward. They may not be able to see us at night, and don't we have raw food? We may have cooked all of our raw food, actually, so we're not going to be as potent smelling as we would if we had raw meat. But we can let them go. There's no interest in attacking starving bandits. Murdering them is purely a defensive action for all of us. Ruka is almost fully healed. I think moving out through the night under the cover of night is our best opportunity. More starving bandits, unfortunately. Frustrating. Let's sneak, and let's just follow it on this side over here. Let's see if we can actually up our sneaking game. But there's a bunch of starving bandits that patrol these riverbeds, or at least what were riverbeds, presumably at some point. But we seem to be okay, and they seem to be gone now. They're splitting up. None of them are dust bandits. If they were dust bandits, we would go out of our way to engage them, but no such luck. Keep moving. Stay quiet. Okay, we're good. Let's move. Keep it down at a 2 speed, as we are no longer sneaking. And I'd like to just round the corner over here. It's loading, apparently? It's been loading? I'm a little concerned. Is anything happening at my squin work? No? Other than they're almost healed. The one that had some chest wounds from being attacked. I'm sure Squin has seen a lot of action while we've been gone, but our boys back home have been doing a good job at keeping steady work flowing and money coming into our pockets. We are just to the west of the Dust King Tower now. We've not come across any more dust bandits, which is minorly depressing, but not a bad thing. Not necessarily, anyway. Reason being, if around the Dust King Tower, I imagine there's a bunch of dust bandits, so if we were to get caught out, we could be put in a bad spot. I think we'll patrol a little bit further, just a little tiny bit further, to see if we come across anything. But once we switch over into a different biome, which seems to be happening right around this point, I don't want to push too far in. We could probably make our way back to Squin and patrol that way. We're also in the middle of a dust storm, which is going to put us at a disadvantage, especially if we come across dust bandits who are more appropriately clothed for that kind of encounter. So let's start going back towards the hub, first and foremost. And then from the hub, we do a little patrol out that way. And then why don't we go from there back towards Squin to return home. It'll take some time, but the fact that there is an absence of a dust bandit camp over here now, where we wiped it out, just in this area. I think it was over here. While it'll take time in a world like this, it is going to be something people will discover. As nomads patrol and innocents patrol, I'm sure they know that there are dust bandits there. It's probably common knowledge to a lot of frequent travelers. And when they arrive and they see blood-stained sands, bones from decayed corpses, and a lack of dust bandits over and over and over again, the rumors will begin to swirl in the borderlands. Somebody took action against the dust bandits. Who, why, and how is still not really known, and they won't know for some time. But it will happen. And that's when we can start to expect to see people start asking questions. Who took out the dust bandits? Why did they take out the dust bandits?
I can't cast that yet.
Here we are at the hub. Was there anything else I wanted to buy Silvershade while we were here? Maybe a shirt? Maybe a ninja shirt or something? Let's go see. Let's see if there's anything we want to grab while we're here. The hub could definitely use a renovation, man. We should... I wonder... I was told that the hub gets glitchy, and then if we end up buying and trying to restore it, it could cause like glitches or problems. I don't know how true that is now, but that's what I'm told, so I'm a little weary. But it's kind of something I've been toying with, restoring the hub as our own. Here we go, a dark leather shirt. Let's go ahead and grab that. Ooh, look at this. Refitted old blade. But this one is Model Mark 1, manufactured by Skeleton Smith. Skeletons from the Black Desert City produce blades solely for personal use. However, it's inevitable that some eventually end up in circulation. That's weird. What is that? Ooh, Assassin's Rags. Whoa, look at this. No room for that item. Fair enough. How about we just grab it on him? Because his is giving stealth, crossbow, dodge, dexterity, assassination of 1.3, 1.1, 1.2. I wish I could compare better. Is there a mod out there that lets me compare armor that I've equipped? Stealth is 1.1, 1.3. Crossbows doesn't really matter. Dodge 1.2, 1.2. Combat speed 1.1. None. The stealth is a little bit better on that one, but this has so many other things like assassination 1.3, fist protection 1.1. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but I'm gonna grab it. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with it, but I like it. This could be good if we ever decide to grab another stealth. Somebody that could fall on a squad where Silvershade is actually in command, which would actually be kind of cool. He'd have his own little group of stealthy ninjas. All right, good enough. Ruka, let's go ahead and trade. And I want to put this dark leather shirt on him. Oh, he can't wear a shirt? Oh, I guess he can't wear a shirt. Well, that's a bummer. All right, well, we can take it home. Not a big deal. Speaking of, now that we're in a little bit of a safe place, let's see how things are going here. Food is running low. Oh, you guys are way the F over here. That's hilarious. Oh, because you have a ton of stuff. All right, let's go sell it. We'll swing heft over here. Oop, oop. Is she just gonna... Oh, there we go. I was like, is she gonna teleport in? Let's trade. Pause it real quick. I actually need Hobbs over here. Yep, now everybody's gonna get back to work. We have no food, so I'm gonna grab Hobbs real quick, and I'm just gonna have him buy up some food. Let's do a little bit of squin maintenance here. Doesn't really have anything. Alright, I don't know where he's going. He's probably taking care of some leather tanning stuff. Oh, he's going to eat. That's fine. No, he just put it all away. Alright, well, good for you. Alright, well, back over to our boys in the hub. And gals, of course. And this place is safe, man. This is very, very safe, so... Ooh, what's this? What do we have over here? A little camp has shown up on our map. It is across the way. I wonder if it's dust bandits. If it is...
I'm out of range.
What do they want? and why. We got sight of them, I think, while we were in the ninja tower. Or at least on the walls on the outer edge here. Are they, like, way up here? Where are they? Oh, we've already passed them. I don't... This could be it? I don't see anything. It could be they're below and they glitched. If they are, then that's probably what it is. They're probably underneath here and they somehow glitched out. We're not being attacked, so they're not... If there's anything here, then... oh, nomads. Oh, there's nobody here. Wow, this is a nomad camp. Or at least it was. Maybe we saw remnants of what was a camp. Maybe this is like a fire or something, I don't know. But okay, it's nomads, not a big deal. We got another camp over here. Okay. Well, this is what we exist for. We're going to be patrolling, looking for all the camps. Now, they're all white camps, so I think that means that they're not... Oh, we've got some boys. Hungry bandits. Let's see if they attack us. They probably will. But if they're white camps, it means they're likely not hostile to us, so they're probably nomads. Since if they weren't, if they were dust bandits, it would be red, unless we don't know until we get there. That's a possibility as well. But let's see if they attack us. Yeah, they're gonna break off. We could... I just want food. I need your food. I think they're gonna come at us. We're too slow. We might be able to outrun them. The danger of doing this, we should just engage them. The danger of doing it like this is that we then run the risk of running into another group and being sandwiched. And while hungry bandits are genuinely not that bad anymore, like by a lot, they're bad enough where we should pay attention. And if they aggro to us, we should try and fight them. Okay, back up. I just see a lot of green numbers and a few red. Once again, Rustilt and Ruka taking a brunt of it. Kang actually getting a bit of a beating. Silvershade, though, is being an absolute monster right now. Wow. Was it because his dex is so high? It might be because it's just his dex is incredible. Oh, Stone. I was hoping for better for you. Taking out his sword, doing a little bit of attacking. Actually, I'm told, and I should do this, melee attacking is better because he's going to build dodge that way. And if you're a crossbow person and you're building dodge, that's the way you want it to go. So I'm going to go ahead and let him fist fight a bit. And if they get engaged, then that's the way it's going to go. But getting surrounded, it's a joke. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's just so no bueno. All right, well, he's alive. Oh God, what happened to your arm? Oh, your head. You're holding your head. Well, we're gonna let Rustilt continue to do what he's doing. We're gonna be running back towards Squin anyway. So before we go get that camp, we might as well stop at the barracks and refresh and recharge. I'm sorry, I don't like having to murder a bunch of hungry banditos, but it's just a necessary pain right now. Ah, the warm embrace of a Shek city that mostly hates us, but we're home. We are finally home. And we can come in and relax. And get a little bit of R&R, heal up our wounds. I'm gonna have Hobbs run across the street real quick into here, and I'm gonna have him buy cloth if there's any cloth there. Because Hobbs hasn't been working on too much right now. We also might want to start working on making our own weapons. That might be something we want to look at.
Still recharging.
Not much, but we can take out a few. I'm gonna buy all the meds that he's got too. And he's gonna go off and do his own thing, which is fine. All right, yeah, everybody's resting up immediately. So let's have them do this. Let's slow down for a moment, and I want to take a look at construction. Now, this is our barracks, and I'd like it to remain our barracks, but a weaponsmith could go a long way for us. I don't know if there's anybody good for weaponsmithing that we want. I don't know if we have a good weaponsmith at all. What do we need for this? 6 iron plates. That's it, huh? Let's go ahead and confirm it. I know you don't have any right now.
That's better.
I think we might have some here. So let's go ahead and have Silver Shade run out and grab them. Meanwhile, I would like Hobbs to continue doing what he's doing. Alright, let's grab the iron plates. Let's go back and trade with Ruka. Alright, let's actually take a look and see who's our best weaponsmith. 1. No. 1. No. 1. No. Nope. 1. Alright, nobody on our Forgotten crew is any good. Literally nobody is good at it. Which makes me think, why take anybody that we have here? If everybody's gonna start basic, we've already got our specialists. Let's hit the bar next door and see if there's anybody that's worth hiring on the cheap to be our weaponsmith. I don't know if we can do anything with it, honestly.
Can I do for you?
Jin, huh? Jin, what do you got?
See you later.
We've also got Ribs here. Ribs looks like he might be bad at everything. Bean Hop. Senshi. Martial arts. Oh, because I can't hire him. Shop guard. The reason I'm not sure I want to do Shek, and it's something that people have pointed out a few times, is they get hungry way faster. They'd be really, really good as just taking them on as your fighting crew, but to keep them as workers is kind of a bad call. So maybe we want to do that with
What can I do for you?
somebody else. We want to grab somebody else. Let's actually send, because Rustilt's super fast. He's not going to get himself into trouble. Let's actually run him back to the hub. He should be fine. I'm just going to send him on his own. He has no food, but he should make it without a worry about food. We can buy food there. And let's see if there's any down and out humans who need a better life. One where they can be productive with their hands and their minds and not have to worry about stressing about food and travel. They'd have to work for us, of course, but it's not slavery. They can quit after they've, you know, done what they need to do. But I'm going to send him out on his own. His athletic skill is insane. He's so fast. Which is why I want him to go on his lonesome. Good luck, Rustilt. I'll keep an eye on you. You should make it no problem, though. Ooh, what is that? Oh, that's the town guard. But if we can pick up a human and bring them back relatively safely, avoiding conflict along the way, we're in a good spot. Solo mission. We don't need the crew for this. Alright. Hub was an easy make. An easy trip. Let's swing inside. Let's see what we've got. Hello? Anybody here who's looking to... Oh, ugly Barthug. Barthug. Pacifier. Pin. Again, he's not great. Barthug. Stone. Stone actually has a decent martial arts skill. Need yourself a gunner. I promise you have got good eyes. Eyes of a hawk. Been manning turrets since before I sprouted a beard on my face. Maybe. How much? 6,000 cats. I'll take him. Well, I don't know why he's here. We'll just call him Rock. For now. He looks... It's his twin brother. Stone had a twin brother, everybody. How strange. His name is Rock. Not the Rock, just Rock. 6,000 cats. We'll take him. We'll go ahead and put him in the... Well, for now, we'll just have him run back. I want to make sure they stay at the same speed. Rock, just as good with the crossbow as Stone. Well, Stone's better now. Not by much, but by enough. We'll run them back. It must have happened because of the world import. I didn't think they'd import characters I've already had, though. That's kind of just weird. We have to slow down here for a minute. And back up.
Looking for something specific?
We've got hungry bandits. I can outrun them. Rock may not be able to. So I'd rather just hold out. Let them go. Whoa, what the fudge?
Farewell.
Alright, let's back up. We have some nomads up ahead, which is good.
Honor, friend.
We can use them to buffer some distance between us and the potential hungry bandits. I don't know if we could take on the hungry bandits alone. Just the two of us, it would be difficult, I think. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There we go. We're getting attacked. And he has no weapons on him, so he's absolutely useless. No, Rock, you gotta run, Holmes. You've gotta go. Just go. You're faster. Good. I think... Yeah, Rustilt's way ahead. He's gonna be able to outrun them. Yep, we're good. Just, I think that was a different group of wandering hungry bandits, unfortunately. But, yeah, build up his athletic skill a little bit. Good stuff. Get over there. In. In. We'll slow down. He'll make it. Rustilt, in you go. And now we've got a queue. We need iron plates for this, but he's gonna need to start making things. Let's see. I don't know what's better. They all cost the same. Well, not all. Let's go with a staff a bunch for now. And Rock, this is gonna be your job. All day, every day, forever. Let's go ahead and grab somebody who has a...
Hello.
Backpack. Let's put this in here. We'll swing back over to our main house, rather. I just want to put these away. Now, how and how can I make iron plates? So iron plate's not something we can craft right now. That we need to be outside to do that, which is kind of a bummer, but maybe not the most surprising thing. So we're gonna have to just buy iron plates for now, which we can afford. We can afford to continually buy them for however long we need to. And in the process, just make sure our boy here, Rock, has plenty to work with. Where is Rock? And off he begins, hammering away without a hammer. Not even on an anvil, but on a vice grip. So, like we said, he's only a skill 2 for right now, but he's working on it. He's working on it. Let's go ahead and put him in the proper squad. There we go. That brings us to 10 even. That's crazy. Well, everybody's healed up. We still have a place to check out. While Rock is dropped off. Okay. Rustilt, you want to come outside, bud? There you go. Rustilt, where are you going, my man? Having a bit of pathfinding problems, it feels.
Hello.
But we have to check out what this camp is. I don't know what it is. I'm a little nervous. But we'll see. Maybe we can take it. We're not having any weather issues impeding our combat, which is important. I see one group, and that's not that bad, but likely there are multiple. Yep, there's another group here. Interesting. Can we take them? There's at least 2. I'd say likely 3, but minimum 2 groups. If we can pull them out down this way, we may be able to try and fight. Let's see what happens. Peekaboo, bitch. Uh-oh, wait. Hungry bandits. Ah, yep, there's 4. 4 camps. They blend in so well. Fuck. How do I do this? If we grab the hungry bandits, perhaps we could distract them and bring them into the dust bandits and then get in there with them and fight along or against all of them. Let's see if we can grab their attention. Come on.
Have a good one. Hey there.
Nothing. We're loading. Wow, there's maybe even more than 4. Like
Safe
7 of them? 7 separate camps? 1 campfire, 2 campfires, 4. It's just 4 campfires and some torches. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Let's do a quick save. The game has been very crashy on me lately. Okay. Okay, we gotta slow down. I want to bring them across this way. Well,
Need
maybe
something?
not.
See you later.
Did we lose them? Where are they? Fuck it, let's go fight them then. There we go. Whoop, slow everything down. He's doing some martial arts here. Not working out so well, but he needs to get his dodge and stuff up. Meanwhile, when he does get far enough away, he can pepper him with arrows easy. Hopefully they don't hear the combat. It doesn't seem that they do, or if they do, they don't seem like they care. That's gonna finish them all out, right there. He's gonna go ahead and bandage up. Let's go ahead and do that. Kang even taking quite a bit of a beating. Wow. Silvershade just got thrown into the thick of it. Well, if we're gonna be smart, let's drag them back. We can whittle their camp down to a manageable number, then we'll finish them off on our own. But let's see what we can pull back to town. I'd like to grab their attention, and only their attention if possible. Hey. Yep, perfect. Okay. They're not gonna push on, huh? Well, I can't really afford to be fighting them this hurt already from just hungry bandits. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Just probably a bad engagement. I might even hit my own pals with an arrow. But this has been great. Now we have another... This is our first kind of big step right here. What can we manage to pull out from them? How can we fight them effectively? I think we need the daytime to be here. They need to be able to see us, and I need to be able to grab groups of them at a time. Now, if I can pull a group at a time and fight them on my own, I will. But for now, we have to lick our wounds a little bit. Fight smart, not hard. And we can attempt to fight another time.
How are you?
I want everybody who's hurt in a bed. Which seems to be everybody. There we go. And we'll just let them sleep. With a new member in their ranks, intent on creating weapons of their very own, a new challenge awaits Rusthilt and his wandering crew of the Forgotten. Dust bandits have actually settled near Squin. Quite a few of them as well. More than he can take, at least all at once. So a plan begins to hatch. How can they leverage the town guard and the Shek to whittle down their numbers, and then take on the remaining few? If there are dust bandits who left remembering that fight, then maybe they'll fear them even further if they win yet another, and those who run away continue to spread the name of Rusthilt and his crew. What to do with the prisoner? Slung over the shoulder, on their way back to Squin, that question rushes through Rusthilt and friends' minds. Certainly he must be guarded. It's a creature they've never seen and seem to act purely on violence. The noises it makes as they run along with it are alien. But perhaps there's intelligence behind those noises and words, if they are
I buy and
words.
trade.
Perhaps they can make contact, discuss things with it, figure out if there's a common ground.
Be careful.
But until then, what to do with it? Throw it on the ground and keep guard, and if it tries to leave, attack? Make a makeshift cage and leave it there like a prisoner, perhaps even turning it against us for doing such a thing, and never being able to make contact with it because of it. Or to use it as a tool to learn how they act, how they fight, so we can prepare ourselves for fully going into the fog-infested lands where these creatures were found. All of these are possibilities, some perhaps more realistic than others. What they're going to do, though? Well, I guess we'll just have to find out.
Be careful.
Our heroes find themselves just outside the hub. On their way back to Squin with a prisoner over their shoulder, it comes to their attention that, A, they're not entirely certain they'll be allowed to take an unconscious creature, a fogman, if they even know what that is, into the city of Squin itself without them wanting to kill it. And B, we have no way to keep this thing prisoner outside of keeping it unconscious from time to time. There is a way that we could keep them prisoner, and that would require having a proper cage. But we don't have the research yet to provide ourselves with a proper cage. And in fact, what that requires is more research at the bench, and then having a level 3 research bench there for us to actually research that cage. So that's going to be what these our folks are going to do when they get back home. For now, we're going to let our Squin workers do this because there'd be no way they would know that we want a cage built, and to get them to research it would be a little metagamey, and I arguably that's a stupid thing to do, but in the way that this gameplay has been going, I'd prefer to keep it that way. Our biggest concern anyway is getting these guys back to Squin, and there's no guarantee we'd be able to bring them back to Squin in one piece. There's just no way to know that. We may have to ditch the prisoner and leave them behind if we start getting chased by some sort of bandits or something. But we're not going to worry about that too much right now. The big goal is to just see if we can get them back. And even if we can't bring back this creature, this fogman, and we have to ditch them along the way, at the very least, it has provided Hobbs plenty of strength training, and it continues to really help him. His athletics is going up quite high. Though the athletics of, say, Kang might be more valuable to us.
Something?
We may swap him over to Kang with him at 22 strength. We've brought Hobbs up from what it was 18 or 19 strength up to the 20s, on par with everybody else in our little traveling group. I think another thing that has truly weighed down on Rustilt's mind since the traversal into the fog is just how truly dangerous almost everywhere surrounding the Borderlands is. We thought the Borderlands was dangerous, and it is. It is a dangerous place to live, but every place in the Wasteland is seemingly dangerous, and everywhere we go seems to have things that are stronger, more dangerous, and scarier than what seems to wander in the wastes of the Borderlands, which tends to just be very hungry bandits and dust bandits, and nothing more. So we're not going to concern ourselves too much about that. What we're really going to need to do is guard this particular creature once we bring him home. We have a camp up ahead as well to our right-hand side. A dust bandit camp by the looks of it. So let's try not to get caught here by the dust bandits. Presumably they're dust bandits. We see a fire on the edge side over here, yet we see nobody around. Perhaps abandoned camps. Nope, there they are, sitting on the high end here. Dust bandits. Their attack is actually really low compared to ours. Why is it so low? Darkness. Is it darkness? But even in darkness, equipment bonuses, we're much better off. And then they have actually a, oh, well, see, there they go. They have a Shek as part of their crew. I think we're still going to have them head out that way. Oh, all right. Steam. I want everybody to head this way, and we'll just keep an eye on them. The bandits may not care. They may not even see us, and if they do, we probably have a better than good chance to get to the gates of Squin to seek safety prior to having to worry about anything. So, the real test is going to be this. Can we get through the gates, and what will they do about it, if anything? They genuinely may not care at all, and that's kind of where I'm hoping it's going to land, but who knows? The guards certainly see us as we approach the gate. Perhaps not seeing that we're carrying anybody, but certainly see us. And as we kind of breach into the light, I'm sure the guards see this corpse over our shoulders. They're Shek. It could go one of two ways. They want us to stop. Smuggling check. Show them your gear. Sure. It doesn't seem to matter. And they just let us in with this unconscious body. That's fantastic. Like I said, it could go one of two ways. Because we have that issue of carrying an unconscious body over our shoulders. But because they're Shek, either they would want them and take them prisoner, or they would just straight up stop us altogether. So I'm going to take Hobbs and have him go upstairs. I think we're going to drop this body off upstairs. We'll speed along here. Everybody is going to get inside. They're going to eat. But most importantly, Hobbs is going to come up here. Now, I'm very curious what's going to end up happening when we put him down. He's still unconscious, and he's going to be unconscious for about 5 more seconds. And he's in critical condition. We can throw him out of our home, we can pick him up, or we can first aid him. Why don't we go ahead and first aid him a bit? He's in a recovery coma. But I need him guarded at all times. So I'm going to have Kang up here guard him. And just keep an eye on him. Maybe even Kang picking him up so he can't move. And I was hoping that we could have them patrol a bit. But no such luck. I was hoping we could go have him, like, set him up back and forth. Now the question is, how are we going to make this work? And the answer is actually quite simple. We're going to start getting preparations for holding our very first prisoner. We'll see how that ends up working for us in the long run, and what we're going to end up doing with this prisoner, because I genuinely do not know. But I think the potential of it being a lot of fun, or at the very least useful, is definitely there. We can drop all that food, and then we can go pick up the rest of this. We'll go across and sell it, but I'm mostly concerned in wanting the books. We want to buy them out of books, or at least buy a lot of them, because we need to do some research on level 3 researching bench, and I think we'll kind of get a proper economy up and running. There he is. We'll wait for him to show up down here, speed along. All right, let's actually give him a chat real quick. Welcome back. Thanks. Hobbs has been gone for a few days. Once the Nines and, what's his name? Fall, end up popping back in and seeing us again, hopefully they're excited. I'm just going to take all the books. I genuinely don't think there's a reason not to. So I'm going to pop over here. We're going to go and pop, I think we just need 10 for research bench level 3. So we're going to pop those and 2 more. We're going to go tech level 3, and we'll have Rusthilt do what he does best and start the research up for us. Hobbs, in the meanwhile, can just hang out. Kang is still upstairs, hopefully still holding that dead body, yep. Or the unconscious body, anyway.
Well met.
And now the question is, what do we do? So, who's our best armor smith right now? Hobbs. Oh, Kang came, here we go. Fall came back, probably sees everybody. Really thrilled to see that everybody lived. I want to keep creating something. Well, after a few days of adventuring, everybody's back home. The crew is back together, and it's just come to my attention just how far we've come from just Rusthilt now to our own little business. Hobbs have decided to send back to working on cloth. I really want him to continue working on his armor crafting skill, and the better that gets, the better the quality of these bandanas are going to go. And while currently the bandanas he's creating and throwing into the armor thing are not very good, they're all pretty bad. They've upgraded from prototype to shoddy quality, which means they're immediately worth a lot more by 40 extra cats, from 6 cats to 40. And the further that goes up, the more they're going to be worth. And all it takes to create bandanas is cloth, which is ridiculous. So I think we're going to have him working on this for quite some time, and kind of keep him working on it. In the meanwhile, I would like Hobbs to still be part of the adventuring group. This is part of having just such a small group. Everybody does something a little different or a little more often. So you kind of have to multitask, more or less. So we're going to keep on doing that. I would like to just repeat the queue. I don't know what that is. On, off, there we go. And he's going to keep on working and setting those until we have enough people that we can either have more working with us on the adventuring side of things, which is definitely what Rusthilt has been thinking right now. But there are a few cheap people who are looking to just escape their everyday lives and want to just be part of something more. And this thought doesn't truly leave the mind of Rusthilt. While he has this outlook to go to this Dust King's tower and remove the Dust Bandits from the Borderlands, in a way, he's sort of becoming the reverse, a Robin Hood-esque figure, at least in his mind, especially with Ruka and Kang and whispering these warrior-like tropes into his ear and glorification of combat, to become this Robin Hood type person. Instead of, welcoming the dredges of society to set off on the streets and set up checkpoints and rob people for what little cats they may have, instead, Rusthilt could go out and scoop up the dredges of society and aim them towards something better, a life worth living, the hero of the Borderlands. And there are a few that we've come across that are cheap and don't have a lot of skill, but it doesn't mean they can't be put to use and work towards something better. And that's where he begins to think maybe having Nines and Fall doing this mining, while it seems tedious, we could start maneuvering them a little bit and picking up people to do the labor that is going to be needed as we expand beyond Squin, as our eyes set across the wasteland to set up our own hub of society, picking up people to create clothes, better armor, and have our own little self-contained unit of folks might be the way we want to go. And that is something worth researching. However, before we get too far, and before we go rescuing and hiring other people, Rusthilt has finished his research. Now, the question is, how big is research level 3? About as big as research level 2. So, I think what we want to do is take Rusthilt and say, go ahead and dismantle this thing. Break it down for whatever supplies we can get. It's going to take some time. We'll go ahead and speed it up. And then we'll put our 3rd level research bench here. And then we can get a cage. The question then becomes, do we keep the cage indoors or we display them proudly? The Fogman that we kidnapped from the nefarious Foglands that so many people have apparently heard of except for Rusthilt. And then we can move on from there and display him as a trophy while we also figure out what use he is to us, if there is a use at all. In the meanwhile, we will need some new plates, so let's go ahead and send Ruka out, and we'll just kind of get things prepped and researched. The big goal here is to get cages researched, so I think I'm just going to work towards that right now, and I can see you all on the other side. With Prisoner in tow, Ruka and Kang convinced Rusthilt the best thing to do would be display our dear friend to the city. To show them that while we are flat-skinned, some of us, we're just as good as warriors. Nobody else in this town has a Fogman as a prisoner. Most would fear to go there, or at the very least would go there expecting to die, but it'd be a warrior's death and that would be honorable. But we went, and we came back with a prisoner. Little did they know that we, well, were opportunists. But we did in fact go to the fog and come back alive, and with a prisoner. And so, we plop him in. Fogman, who is currently crippled, to sit and heal. We will splint his injuries to truly bring him back. Because I'm curious what we can do with him, if anything. He looks like a hive. That's what he looks like a little bit. A little bluish, and clearly not as nice, but still, not bad. And his abilities aren't terrible either. Or rather, aren't great either. His run speed is currently 1 mile per hour, and his hunger goes down at about a regular rate, though it seems like, perhaps now, not so much. I don't know if there's something we can do. I don't want to forage animals. I don't know if there's something we can do as far as, I don't know, take care of him. But for now, he will displayed frontward facing toward the city to look upon all that now owns him. And what we can do with him, we're not entirely sure, but Kang will stand guard for now. He will watch to make sure all is well. Rusthilt will go back to finishing researching, currently researching basic first aid kits. And Ruka, well, Ruka's been the brains behind a lot of Rusthilt's decisions, planting seeds of true warrior callings. Now she sits here. But we still have much to do. Recruiting more, perhaps there's somebody worth grabbing, and we can head out and see if we can discover any of them. But in the meanwhile, we have plenty of these things to be selling off, and so we're going to. We're gonna go ahead and put these back and keep selling off all of these shoddy grade things that our dear boy Hobbs has been making. He's out of cloth right now. But that's okay. We have to do a little business here in town anyway. And then I think we're going to swing out to the hub. Rusthilt will stay here to continue researching, unless he's finished with everything. No, he's got quite a ways to go. We can send Ruka and Kang on their own, I think, and they would do relatively well. I think they'd also stay relatively safe. A scrap tent, we already know it, so we don't have to worry about that. Does Kang have food in his inventory? Kang doesn't have anything in his inventory. Kang is actually overloaded. Though he'd like to stand guard of our new prisoner, I don't think our prisoner is going to be escaping anytime soon. I'd be worried that he might escape, but it seems like that's not going to be the case. So for now, actually, why don't we have Hobbs work on the leather working bench? So that way he can start working on this. And there's plenty of leather. And Kang, let's actually go ahead and grab a bunch of these and bring them up here and throw them in the inventory. I want him at least working all the while we're gone. There we go. That should take him some time. I don't know what skill this actually improves. It actually improves his armor smithing. Our dear Hobbs might actually be best left behind. His strength is good, but he is becoming quite the armor smith. But we're not going to make that decision yet, because we're going to take our duo of warriors here, and we're going to send them straight to the hub. There's a few people within the hub that we want to keep eyes on, so we're going to make sure that that's going to keep going. And we have tech to still research, so we might as well see if we can do anything. Hemp-based fabrics, for instance. Illegal in some parts of the world, probably because it's made out of hemp, and hemp. It took me a while to get there. Actually, let's go ahead and throw in defensive walls as the next thing for him to research. I think for obvious reasons. One of the big things we want to do while we're here is really knock out all the basic research that will serve us well once we officially head out and move beyond Squin. Still a little ways away, I think, but each episode we get closer, and each session I play that, creates an episode, there's some good progress being made. I'm quite happy with how moving forward, or how at the pace that we're moving forward, especially for playing a game like this that I had no idea how to play. I'm going in completely blind. The only thing I know to do, because I've played plenty of other survival games, is be incredibly cautious, and at the first sign of danger, just run. Just run, because if it's dangerous and you don't think you can take it, chances are that's exactly how it is. You can't take it, and you will end up losing your game and dying in the process, and I would rather not Rusthilt go out like a complete chump. I have a feeling he may end up going out not exactly in the most honorable way, but he'll have learned a lot along the way, and I'm hoping that whatever ends up killing him, if he dies, who knows, maybe he won't die, and I'll kind of find a point where I'm happy to say goodbye to him. But I hope that whatever ends up being the end of his story is more suited to the choices he makes and not just complete and utter incompetence that killed him. I'd like it to be worthwhile.
Good day.
Anyway, Kang and Ruka swinging out. Another reason I want to send Kang out on a lot of these things is because his athletic skill needs a lot of work. It still needs to be quite high for it to be acceptable, I'd say. And it's been a while since we've been in the hub as well. We'll see what's going on in here. We're part of the Shinobi Thieves, so they should be fine. And since there are still Shinobi Thieves wandering around, that's usually a good sign that nothing has obliterated the hub yet. We still see guards sitting around, and hopefully a bartender still inside. Plenty of bartenders. So there was a cheap, dirt poor woman here who was willing to talk. Let's see who we've got.
See you around.
Her. So let's see, before we say...
Go with honor.
Nope, but I learn real fast. I actually do want to see her
I need
skills.
to get closer.
Seems like she gains experience really quickly. And her toughness goes up nice, but I don't know if that's just for the race she is. Who else is over here? Diplomat, oh, this is the pacifier. And then Stone, who's actually got martial arts. Who are you? Martial arts. Stone, gunner your service. Here to band together? Maybe, how much? Pay me once, 6,000 cats, and I'll follow. Let's grab both of them. A martial artist. That could be really interesting. I'll confirm Stone. And then we'll go ahead and grab the cheap girl here. We'll leave her found out. I'm eager to just take a look at it and see what this is all about. If there's even anything here that I could mess with, or if we should just avoid it altogether. There's an ore processor. And it looks like if we zoom in, yep, they are manned, well-armed, well-trained. Holy Sentinels. No bar here, per se. Actually, no bar at all. A storage building and a couple of workshops that have some mounted crossbows that are floating in the sky. As well as what I imagine is like another... Oh. Slaves. They keep slaves? I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but they actually keep slaves. A lower servant here. Some man running in the ground in a slave shop. A slave shop? I can buy slaves? Well, now that I know that there's slavery there, I think we're going to go ahead and change tactics and just avoid them altogether. The smuggler's bar is out this way. Let's continue that way. More importantly, there is an encampment right here, likely of... My guess would be dust bandits and the like. Up. Nomads. Were they in a fight? Looks like they actually were in a fight. I don't know if the nomads actually got tangled up with whatever encampment's up here, or if they are the encampment. Maybe they were camping up here. Unlikely that they were. But I don't see anything. And we're running right by it. So maybe they were just the nomads' camps, or running... Yeah, it would be like right over here. Are they on the side? No. Nothing. My guess then has to be that it was an encampment for the nomads. I mean, they set one up, and I found it as they were kind of packing up and leaving. If that's something that can happen in the game, I'm not sure. But for now, through the borderlands we're going, and we're gonna have to be very, very careful. Obviously, once we start crossing the river and start hitting other areas. Kang, here. So our crew is gonna start moving. In the meantime, back in Squin, our 4 workers are admirably working very hard. However, their food supplies are beginning to run low, and without any more butcherings in sight of any wildlife, it's up to us to try... Sorry, what? You can't handle the city flat skin? Okay. It's up to us to try and make sure that we have food for at least everyone we can afford to feed. So we're going to go ahead and grab what we can and just kind of dump it all into our food bin while they continue to work. Nobody's getting into a fight here. Just want to make sure. We're going to speed things along at ×3. Heft is not moving quickly, which is the reason I'm having her go all the way over here. Because I want her to be able to, you know, carry some things and just build up some of those base stats. Meanwhile, Hobbs is still sitting up here with not much to do. He's out of animal skins, apparently, so let's go ahead and grab him some. And then he should be able to swing up. There we go, no problem. Making sure everybody's taken care of. Back out here with our trusted companions, they actually are relatively low on food. Now, we did go out of our way to make sure that they had food for the trip. But we may want to make a quick pit stop at a way station along the way just to buy some food. We are at around 19,000 cats, which is the most we've ever had. And that continues to go up the more and more armor and leather and clothing and ore we end up producing and are able to sell. The good thing about having, you know, 3 miners is that obviously they're going to now produce a lot more copper along the way. And they're going to get some... Oh, man. Oh, yikes. They're going to swim, huh? I don't know what this is going to do. We'll take a look at that here in a second. But on top of that, we have armor and leather being made, which is also massively, massively important because we can sell it for quite a lot of money. We can actually sell straight leather for an incredible amount of cash. For now, swimming, which is taking some time and is not going super well. But at the same time, Kang, where are you going, my dude? Kang, where are you going? Are you just giving up on the whole swimming thing? Are you exhausted? You're not even moving quickly. Oh, because they are swimming. Oh. Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. These dust bandits. We have money if that's what they want. But for the time being, let's get everybody ashore. They're not red, so they're not attacking. Alright, let's slow things down. Perhaps we'll just go the long way. We'll micromanage here for a moment. The swimming experience was good for their swimming skill, but I don't know how useful that's going to end up being in the great wasteland that is this planet. So for now, there's a bridge over here. Let's actually just go to that bridge and avoid these guys. It looks like they've stopped by the water here, perhaps setting up a camp of their own. They certainly saw us. We were making enough noise swimming around in that water like amateurs, and I'm sure they were laughing at us as well. But genuinely, I'm more concerned about our safety than what a few dust bandits think. Their time will come. Whispering that under his breath is Rustilt, I'm sure. Their time will come. Hilarious! It seems we've got a huge pack of dust bandits on this side of the bridge. I'm not sure if we should have expected it or not because, well, let's be honest, bridges are great areas to choke and charge people money. However, there's a dust bandit that seems to want to talk, or at least I'm able to talk to, but I think we're going to just move. I think we're just going to keep pushing down, and we're just going to avoid them to the best of our ability. So let's move across. They don't seem to care. Whether they care or not, I'm not entirely sure what determines that, I will admit. I do wonder if I could get by them relatively easily, but it looks like there's an area we can actually swim through. Down this path and across. Yes, good, good, good. This is what I want. I want to see them continue down here. Right here, if they could lip down there. Yep, that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. Close enough. They're all going to get some swimming in. More swimming practice is definitely not a bad thing. Okay, and we're across. And with that, we are very close to the Dust King's tower, which is probably why we're seeing so many. But as long as we can avoid it, I'm okay with it. The treacherous across the borderlands are... Man, they are so dangerous still. We've decided to take a detour here. Along this mountainside, kind of slightly to the south of where we're actually intending to go, is a way station. The one that Hobbs almost got annihilated at, I believe. With a crossbow as he was trying to jump into a fight to participate and show that he means well. However, for us, we're just going to be swinging in and making some purchases for food, mostly. That seems to be all we need right now. So we're going to swing over here and say hello. We'll trade. And we're going to go ahead and buy... Well, we're going to buy them out of their foods. Food cubes as well, and maybe even a little bread. Even though it's a little expensive, we can afford it. Oh, this is stone, huh? How much is this? Let's go ahead and grab it. And then... We'll say that's enough for him. And we'll have Stone carry all of this because it's going to help him with weight. And the more he's carrying, the stronger he'll get. And the stronger he gets, the faster he'll move and all that nonsense. And getting him a little backpack isn't that bad of an idea. A quick visit, nothing more. Just enough to restock our supplies as we trek across the wastelands. We're getting practiced at this, and the more we've discovered, the more areas we know are safe for us to go and restock supplies. So knowing that this way station was along the way helped alleviate some of the worries that they were going to run out of food. And Stone carrying this should, all of this food that we have should absolutely carry us for the rest of the run here. Oh, we're way lower on food than I expected. We've already gone through everything else. Well, maybe not so much then. This food may not carry us the way I'd like. But if we can get to the bar, so long as they're welcoming, we should be able to purchase food. We find ourselves in a heap of trouble. We're actually very close to the smuggler's bar. However, as I was trying to avoid a couple of groups of dust bandits who are not too far in this direction, we are being ravagely attacked by beak things that belong to the gutters, who I don't even know who those are. We are going to get the hell... They're following the leader, and this one is just patrolling. However, they're red, and I think they're about to come at us. So we're going to back up towards these guys and hope we do not get seen. I don't know if that means that they are on patrol to guard Oh yeah, we've got something else out there as well. Bandit of Bones. The hell? I'd really rather not deal with these. I've never heard of Band of Bones. This is a whole new slew of enemies for me. And I'd really, really, really rather not. But they're malnourished, which hopefully means that they're not coming at us, per se. I really want to get to the smuggler's bar. If we stop sneaking and just make a run for it. I'm hoping the Band of Bones don't attack us, and the beak things get attacked by something else completely. However, the Band of Bones concerns me greatly. We're not being attacked. More beak things. And yet the smuggler's bar is still so far. Don't taunt. Did not mean to click taunt. There's so many of these things. And they're gigantic. Here, stay in the dusk for now. Try to avoid them if you can. And keep making your way that way. There's no doubt in my mind their hearts are absolutely pounding. There is genuine fear running through Rust Hilton Stone. Kang sees a challenge, and Ruka perhaps doesn't see anything of value anyway. There's some nomads ahead. Nomads could be good. They seem to be pretty neutral, but we're in the night now. We can move a little quietly and a little bit more stealthily. And anybody who wants to travel in a group is likely going to have light coming from their group. So we should be able to see them ahead of time. Fingers crossed we've gotten through the worst of it. And let's keep pushing on. The smuggler's bar, as it lays on the outskirts right here. Better be worth it. Or at the very least offer reprieve as we continue to run. The one keeping us slow, unfortunately, is our dear boy Stone. His athletic skill somehow is terrible, even though he clearly has combat practice and is quite useful with a bow. The man can't run to save his life, and I don't understand why. But there is a double-barrel harpoon gun, and we found our way to this smuggler's bar. Now the question is it worth it? The real run here is to find other unscrupulous folk who dream of a better life but end up finding their way down a darker path, and to save them from joining bandits and the like. We'll see who's here worth talking to. There's quite a few here. Lots of smugglers, though not many who wish to talk. Gray flayers, who are incredibly well trained, and a bunch of places to sit and steal from. But most importantly, we've got starving people who we can talk to. And obviously somebody who we can talk to over here. Why does he have blue health? Oil. Whoa! He's a robot. Oh, that's cool. I don't know, does that mean he'll talk to anybody? We'll just send him up here. Rustil can speak with him. What can I get you? All your food, more or less. All that food, anyway. Now I'm curious if these will talk to us, these folk. First, let's talk to Bark. Bark. Hey, heading out of the city? You need any recruits? Sure, will you join me? 3,000 cats first, help me out. I'll work off my debt for you. Hang on. Before I worry about that, Bark is extraordinarily not well trained. Can kind of do a little fighting at best. And then we've got Takao here. Hey, oi, Drifter. Looking to join up. Sure, I'm interested. 3,000 cats, recruitment fee. Sort me out, traveling. I'll follow you, no questions asked. What are your skills? None? If we ask him... No, we can't even ask him what his skills are. They're hungry and just desperate for food and work. Rustilt can understand that, but doesn't mean he wants to be caring for those who can't pull their weight. There's another Silver Shade. What a cool name. Hear that? Whoa, hang on. First of all, you're a hive. You're a hive. Guy over there coughing up a lung? No, not him. The crowds. Can barely hear myself think in this bar. A lot of people hate crowds, but me? I love them. Can't seem to shake the feeling of loneliness ever since I left the hive. So it comforts me. Well, I did ask for... Let's see. Sounds like you need to let go of the past. To me. This is something I think Rust-Tilt would absolutely say. You can't shake the past, but you can't shake habit. You can shake the past, but you can't shake habit. Being accustomed to crowds at the hive, sleeping together, eating together, breathing together. Anyway, you don't want to hear about my problems. I'm just here looking for work. How much you charging? All I want is 3,000 caps to settle my debt. I'm a jack of all trades, me. Not bad with the sword, not bad with the lockpick either. I've done things I'm not proud of to get by, but name me one Ronin who hasn't. See, this is the kind of person I'm looking for. Silvershade, someone to run from their past, but doesn't seem like a bad person overall. They claim they have skills. Maybe we should hire them. Let's take him in. Another alien, but a welcome one. Great, I'll prove my use to you. All right, a hiver. Hive print. Race hive, subrace hive prince. No gender. I don't know what that means. We'll confirm. Thank you. Let's take a look at him as a character here. Katanas, hackers, heavy weapons. Decent, might even have like the best dex out of all of maybe not. He's like the second best dex out of all of us. I don't know what he eats. Athletics is, I mean, for a starting character for 3,000 cats, not too bad. Granted, we don't have much to give him right now, but still, he says thank you.
Not ready yet.
Can we give him food? Well, until he begins to eat, I guess.
Isn't ready
We'll let it go. I'm not quite sure how to make him eat, if I can at all. But I would like to come up here and see if there's anybody else worth talking to. Bin. Hello, Bin. We're on a recruitment phase right now. Genuinely, we are out to recruit those that we deem worth recruiting. I can suture your wounds, splint your broken bones, give you a good going over. Need a doc? How about combat? Can you fight as well? I'm not much of a fighter. I'm a medic, but I can heal you up real nice. How much? 6,000. Well, we don't really need a doctor so much. Though I'm sure his skills are actually quite good for 6,000 cats. But for now, not ideal. And that's it. That's this bar. A small, little, middle of nowhere place. The issue now is... Oh, he's going up in food, it looks like. Slowly. The issue now is, how do we get back? How do we get back without dying? Going back the way we came means going through those beak things. And I'm not entirely sure that's a smart decision. We could go north to an outpost and try and angle down afterward. Getting back to the hub is probably our best bet. There's also some settled nomads in this little area of the desert that seems to have water puddles, though I'm not sure what lies there, if anything. Perhaps cutting here, cutting down and around, and then back up might be the way to go. So let's set our men and thing, Silvershade, now part of our crew, in that general direction. I'd like to get them home safely, if possible. Silvershade, I'm not sure if I want him to be one who travels with us and fights, or stays home and works. But our little home... Ooh, we have conversation. The open road has its perks, but that's Ruka. I need action. Leader, when is our next battle? And there she goes again, whispering those... Rust-Tilt says nothing. Whispering those aggressive, heroic words back at him. Who's the Shek talking to? I don't know. You? Wait, why are they confusing the two? I'm not the leader. Don't look at me. Oh, Rust-Tilt, you jokester. You're absolutely the leader. What the heck is that? That's moving. Band of bones. Well, looks like we're gonna be... Maybe we should just go to the way station. Don't mess too much with anything else. We're not being seen right now, so let's continue to sneak. They don't know that we're there. Then I will lead. I shall lead us to glory and doom. Ruka is just gonna take it? Led by an unhorned? Never. Oh, Kang's getting involved now. Insult! This unhorned will be the one to feed you in your own boot. Let's not fight each other, please. I love that there's like a huge conversation happening. Challenge accepted. Cut it out, both of you. That's right. Thank you, Rusthilt. Honor bound. Loyal. The one weakness of the Shek, I guess. Wow, that was a little more dangerous than I was expecting it to be for a moment there. And I love that the whole group had conversation. It seemed pretty natural having all of them in there. The way it bounced back and forth between them all. But right now they should be more concerned about keeping their eyes peeled for the obvious dangers of tall, beak-like creatures. We've not had to fight them yet. We've gotten quite lucky. I don't know how we avoided it before, but it certainly worked for
That
us.
spell isn't ready.
Everybody's awake over here, right? Nobody's dead? No, everybody's good. Looks like we have a camp up ahead. We can see torch. Nomads? Yeah, nomads.
That's still
Absolutely fine. We might actually want to try and catch up with the nomads. If they're going the same way as us. Let's have our crew actually follow the nomads. The biggest concern we have right now is just our own safety, and that can be alleviated with numbers. So instead, there's only a couple nomads, but let's follow them all. Rusthilt's blasting ahead because once you say follow, they just kind of go full speed till they match. But if they're going in a direction that we can follow for now, we might as well join them. Perhaps we run up and offer them protection. There's only 2 of them and they have a pack of goats and a Garu, or a pack beast rather, that looks exactly like a Garu, but nothing much else, except their attacks. Their attacks are really, really high. But we can offer them our services for free so long as they allow us to travel with them. If they end up turning left to the settlement, where the settled nomads are, then we'll ditch them. But for now, there's a camaraderie here in Strangers in the Wasteland, those who do not wish violence against everybody they meet. So let's stick with them, and let's follow. It does seem like the nomads are heading towards the nomad settlement, but honestly, not a bad little break there to have some company while we traveled. To the way station. As we pop back home for a little while, as our crew continues to travel toward the waypoint, I've realized our prisoner is standing. Hobbs notices this from the corner of his eye. He is standing and is staring out into the city, blankly, without words. We're gonna see if Hobbs can talk with him. I wonder if he can. He can, yes, he can talk to him. Re. So, you can speak? Re, so yes. Nope. No. Perhaps they truly can't be talked to. So weird. So weird. Maybe Silvershade can talk to it. They do kind of look like hivers. Maybe they're like a subspecies of hive or something. Maybe that will allow us to communicate. How interesting would that be? But once we return home, I'm stuck with the decision. Outside of obviously seeing what Silvershade can do and then trying to figure out what to do with Silvershade, we are still quite weak when it comes to combat. We need a lot of help. Currently, weather penalties causing us the issues that we're seeing now. But we do need to be fighting more. We have a good band of 5 about. One maybe could be a little bit better, but definitely one of our better warriors overall. We could equip them and send them out. Perhaps we can make Silvershade a stealth-type person. He's good with katanas, he looks lightweight. His actual limbs, now that I look, are way weaker than ours, and then the Shek are even higher. So maybe he wouldn't be a great fighter. But we may be able to go out and start trying to pick fights with smaller groups of enemies now, with 5 in our attacking group, while Squin work group is still going to remain about the 4. And we could even grab one of them if we wanted to replace them with Silvershade. I think training is our next step. Rusthilt doesn't want to go overboard with the amount of people he has to manage. He has 8 now. 4 here, and then obviously 9 if you include himself. Maybe one more to make it a clean double digits of 10. 10, a good handful of people to start his budding crew that look to free the borderlands of the Dust Bandits. But there's so much work that needs to be done. They need to train, and he knows that. But where there are numbers, there are power. And while we were better fighters overall, comparing us to the Starving Bandits, we'd still lose just because of our numbers. But if we even those numbers, or at least somewhat disperse them, we may have a fighting chance. I think it's worth hunting down starving bandits in the borderlands so they have everything organized. And we can start going on expeditions from Squin to clean the lands there and around of the bandits. Not necessarily the dust bandits right away, but at the very least starving, roaming bandits. The things that we may be able to handle in the short term. Here we are. We've actually made it to the way station, so we can now continue on toward the hub. We have no reason to stop in the way station proper. Let's just keep moving and get ourselves back to Squin where our crew is. I very much would like to see if Silvershade can speak with the Fogman. But another successful, so far, journey well beyond the safety of what we know and into a land that has way more dangerous creatures and roaming packs of things called the Band of Bones, where I imagine they are wearing an identifying marker that is purely bones to call them such. Our more traveled folk in our crew were probably the ones to tell them that that is the Band of Bones. Stone or even Silvershade, if we tell them what we saw without knowing the name. Just speculation. He is eating. I'm very happy to see that. No camps yet. What if we just go to Squin?
Can I help you?
What if we bypass the hub entirely and we go to Squin? Would that work?
Careful.
I saw 8 dried meat over here. I'm hoping that's because
Hey there.
we're looking at Squin and that was our friends eating dried meat.
Farewell.
Let's everybody group up, head to Squin. I don't like doing ×3 very much, but we have quite a long journey and I want to hurry it along. And we're in an area where we can see enough where I feel safe if we get attacked, we can slow things down. He's no longer going to be malnourished, which is great. He's just about to tick up from that. And now he's normal, which is awesome. Always a good sign when we can come over the cliff and see the names of our workers doing what they're, supposed to be doing, which is working. But that instills the excitement in me. Does Silvershade get to have a conversation with this guy? And then if he's not, what do we do? Do we let him out and see what happens? An experiment?
What are you looking for?
Let him run around town? Maybe he'll fight us. If he fights us, that could be good too. We can learn techniques off of him fight, and that would actually be an interesting way
See you around.
to practice.
Good day to
Ooh, interesting. Well, we have to get back alive first before we have to worry much about that, so let's go ahead and do that. Where's Stone? Stone, why are you way the hell back there? There's Fall. We wave by him, and Fall, mining away, sees they've added what looks like one of the creatures we were brought back. Maybe a little look of worry before we give him the okay look. But here we are, back home. Oh, it feels good to be home. Let's get, I want Silvershade, Kang, and Rustilt to be the ones up here. Whoop, Ruka just went flying. I don't know why, she just did. Stone, come back in.
Have a good one.
You can come in here. Okay. Well, it's time for the experiment. Kang. Oh, he's eating. Silvershade. Talk to. Ree. Do you understand me? I guess not. Okay, well, let's see what happens when we set him free. Unlock. I want Silvershade over here, just in case. Oof. Oh, he's gonna fight. Okay, he's gonna fight. Nothing. He's not doing anything. Can we fight him? We can. I don't want anybody else fighting him right now. I want everybody but Rustilt on block so they don't attack. I just want Rustilt to fight him. There we go. Okay. Down he goes. Well. Oh, the whole guard was coming here. Kang, can you move? Is he dead? No. Unconscious. Okay. Rustilt. Let's go ahead and pick you up. And we'll go ahead and put him in. And let's go ahead and first aid him. Well, he came out and he immediately made noise. A weird whirring and angry noise, but still, he made a noise nonetheless. I don't want anybody blocking. I want everybody on jobs. I genuinely don't know what to do with him.
Greetings.
We have such an interesting situation on our hands, but little can be done with him that we haven't already done. So I guess what we're gonna have to do is equip Silver Shade while we're here. With something. Go ahead and show him your gear.
See you around.
Silver Shade, I would like you to come... Oh, you are. Alright. Let's give you some stuff. Some basic light armor. Hopefully not of terrible grade, but everything seems to be of terrible grade, genuinely, so... We'll go ahead and hook you up with that, and for a weapon, you say you like katanas, so let's give you a ninja blade. By your side. Look at you, you actually look really, really cool. You might not be great at anything, but you look really neat. 9 now. 9 others he is considered in charge of. Far cry from the boy he was on the farm with his mother and his father, hidden from the world and merely farming to make ends meet and feed themselves day to day. Now he's a property owner, and even perhaps a small businessman. He has enough money to feed all 9 of them, of course including himself. But the longhouse in Squin is quickly becoming too small. Too small to call their own and still feel like they have room to explore and grow and command. There's no question in Rustilt's mind. They're not the fighters they need to be, not yet. But there is also no doubt that the time to move beyond Squin is drawing closer and closer. He's on the cusp of making a very important decision. One that could end the lives of all 9 of them.
See you later.
There's an energetic current going through Rusthilt lately. Sure, he's been kicked into the ground, and sure, he's been beaten over and over again, and every fight he's ever attempted to engage in has ended up with his failure. But there's still an electricity crackling throughout him, an energy, an excitement. Hope? Or the rush and adrenaline of combat over the horizon?
Need help?
Whatever it is, he rides it, enjoys it, lets it crackle throughout him and keep him pushing forward. Squin is his home, but not forever.
Light bless you.
And while he wishes to rush out into the wasteland and use this newfound energy to put his new combat skills to the test, for the first time, a more logical, warfare-like mind calms him. It's too easy to grab those he knows and goes hunting for food, to put their mettle to the test. But it takes a true leader to tell those to stay, and to be patient, and let the nights and days pass while they prepare. Before they go anywhere, before they fight anything,